Hi guys, Tartan Spartan here, and we're back with episode... I don't know what episode this is actually. I feel like it's 14. Well, not episode, but video 14 of our Halo 5 online gameplay series. So, this one is Warzone Firefight. I don't remember what difficulty it is, I'm afraid. This loading screen's taken off. There we go, an awful long time I was going to say. Yeah, basically, this is one that I played again with Blaze Unique, but this is a wee while ago.
This is Warzone Firefight.
This is a while before. Or it's only heroic. I think like default it's on legendary. I'm not sure though.
Fight through rounds of increasing difficulty.
No, yeah. So I do kind of like Warzone Firefight, but I don't know. I feel like just having the normal firefight mode in would be pretty ideal as well, because I do prefer firefight. Like, if I'm honest with you, I was actually thinking that recently. I kind of been quite wanting to play just a normal firefight. Anyway, I think I've mentioned in the other one, the last video, basically that this match goes pretty smoothly. Like, I might have misremembered this, but I don't think that I died. I'm not sure, but I don't think I died. And if I do, then I don't know. There's a point where I go a few rounds without dying at least, and that's because Ghost Ultra. You shouldn't like underestimate things like Ghost. You don't always want to go like just for the biggest, most explodey thing. So anyway, I think this is around 15 minutes long. This one. Yeah, it's 16 actually, and we're just about 2 minutes in, so that's not too bad. I'll just kind of have a wee chat, you guys can, you know, just do whatever, I guess, because I mean, I don't really, as I've said before, offer much in the way of kind of like,
Level 2 Rex available.
advice and so on when I'm playing like Warzone. I just kind of, I'm not really good enough to, feel like there's any much point in me doing that. I just kind of, I don't know how much I plan whenever I'm playing. I just kind of play it. Sometimes I do alright, sometimes I don't. But no, yeah, this one is fun. I think this is one of the first times I've played Firefight on this one. You usually get it on the Sang Haley map, or what's the other one that you get quite a lot? I can't remember the name of the other one. Well, I didn't even say the name of that one either, did I really? The one with the big tower in the middle. What's it called again? I don't know, I can't remember, it doesn't matter. And there's another one that I get quite a lot and all. I can't remember the name of any of these maps. It's like the one where there's the kind of main base in the middle, but then there's like the two wee bases on either side of it. That explains basically how all the maps work in Warzone, doesn't it really? I'm trying to think something else. It's kind of snowy. I don't know. Anyway, that's not really important. I'm not going to sit for the next like 5 minutes trying to figure out what map. Well, I know what map I'm talking about, just try to explain what map I'm talking about. This is probably one of the better ways to get credits, I would say. You do use up bricks usually, but you'll use up a few during the course of the match, but excuse me, it definitely does kind of... Oh, that guy died before I got to kill him. It does kind of... You know, use it up, what am I saying, get you more Rex, just because, well, obviously there's the fact that if you've not completed all the commendations, they got added by the Warzone Firefight update, then you get like gold packs like every couple of levels for them. You get more than one gold pack at times, so that's like really good. That's good for unlocking stuff, and then there's also like, I don't know how many credits you get. I feel like you get quite a lot of credits. It's about the same amount as you would get in a normal Warzone match, but it's usually a wee bit quicker as well. Where are we going? Ah, right, okay, yeah, I remember this bit. This one takes a wee while for us to even get like really any damage in on them, but then they die pretty quickly after that. I've been thinking, I really don't like the Prometheans as enemies, honestly. Like, I didn't mind them, but say the more I think about it, the less I like them. I mean, I say I didn't mind them, it's like, I was pretty, even in Halo 4 I kinda didn't really like them that much, and Halo 4 had a much better campaign than Halo 5 did, as I've said a number of times. But even in that, like, they were a bit annoying to fight at times, and like, I don't know. Something that I've always found is a wee bit weird. See how the Forerunners, basically, the Forerunners, the Covenant used all the Forerunners, like, old equipment, like, but the Prometheans are, like, really stylistically different. Which I don't know. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense to a degree. It was like a fucking interstellar empire, the Prometheans, so, I mean, it does kind of make sense that they've got different like styles, but I mean it's like really different. The only really similarities are that some of the stuff glows and they use hard light. That's pretty much it. But look, that's something else as well though. The weapons, I've only got one bullet left. The weapons in what's it called? The weapons the Forerunners use, none of them have hard light. Like, I mean, I get that obviously they've just thought it up like later down the line, but I mean, I don't know, I just kind of feel like they could have done a bit better when integrating them. Like, someone else brought up the point how they just teleport in all the time. I saw that in a video, like, that's really annoying as well, because it's not like, I don't know what's happening here, don't know what's going on. I think that's like an issue with the recording. But no, yeah, it's like, I don't know, just kinda...
Level 4 Rex available.
I've forgotten what I was saying. I've forgotten what I was saying again. I don't know, never mind. Yeah, no, I've not died yet, have I? I don't think so. We're actually getting through this pretty quick. But at this point, I'm getting the ghost. Where is it? I think we're just spawning it just now. Waiting, just waiting. Maybe I'm not actually. Excuse me.
Round 4.
And yeah. This one's like a cakewalk. This one goes by really quickly.
Wreck confirmed.
Like, there's no really any danger in this one. It's fun though, because we get to just, well, we'll see, get a lot of splattering done. The Ghost Ultra is definitely like really good. It's very underrated. I mean, obviously it does have the slight disadvantage that if someone's in a Scorpion shoots you, you'll die, but I mean, short of that, or like a Spartan laser, it's able to take like a lot of hits, and it does quite a lot of damage too in return. Plus it's a lot more manoeuvrable than something like a Scorpion. Like, if you've got to quickly get in and out somewhere, definitely better than the Scorpion. Like, I always think of the Scorpion kind of more as a defensive thing than anything else, like, because you can't really move about much, you're not very quick, and honestly if you try to like advance on like the enemy, like they can get on top of you and just like plant a grenade on you pretty easily a lot of the time. So yeah, there we go, somebody's triggered that hunter. Didn't manage to dodge either of them, even though I'm talking about how manoeuvrable it is. Silly me. There we go, see, you can't do stuff like that with a Scorpion. Granted, I suppose you could just shoot them. No, I'm getting away from my own point. My point isn't that this is better than the Scorpion, it's just, it's good. That's my point, and I need to remember that. Plus it's fun to just splatter things, like just run them over. Especially elites. Because all the bloody stuff they used to do. Try to run you over, especially in like Combat Evolved. Like the infinite health ghosts. There's one bit that I remember about Combat Evolved, it's like, see, just after that bit where it's like in the snow, I can't mind the name of the mission now, it's in the snow, you're on your way kinda towards this like facility bit, but then there's like, you were in a tank at one point, but then there's like this kind of big open plain. After you've gone up a bit of a hill, and then there's like banshees and ghosts and all that just kicking about. Like, I remember how difficult that was trying to get through that, because like you'd obviously have the banshees and like the ghosts shooting at you and that, and then you need to deal with like all the other enemies that were sitting about, plus there was turrets, and like on top of that there's the fact that the ghosts are always trying to like splatter you, and like you guess, I don't know, I just remember it as being like you could get splattered really easily in that game. Maybe you couldn't. Plus you couldn't hijack people, I'm like 99% sure you couldn't hijack people in Halo 1. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty confident in saying that.
Only a couple targets left.
Aye, this thing's fucked. Well, that was nice. Clever me.
Forerunner core
But no, yeah,
detected.
like, don't know if you saw, I was just going to point out there, but basically the health for the things was like about
Level
90%.
7 Rex available.
Oh, I'm actually top of the scoreboard here. I'm doing not bad.
Red confirmed.
That's partly because I've not died yet. Got a wee tank though, because this is the final round and you don't want to be without a vehicle in the final round, generally speaking. Especially since it's usually bosses. I don't know if it always is, but it's usually bosses in the final round. This is one disadvantage of the Scorpion though, in that you take a wee while. I usually drive backwards. I don't know why, I just usually drive backwards. I don't know, it makes me feel better. Like, I don't know, it feels like you've got a smaller target to be shot at, but it does actually make you drive slower.
Incoming Covenant threat.
I'm pretty sure it does anyway. I was going to try and turn around there, but then people got in and I was like, oh well. I'll turn this around when we get back. He's just shooting away. I should have went down to the right. I should have went down to the right there.
Teammates eliminated a boss.
I don't know if I'm getting any hits on this guy.
Ranger
Oh, I must
commander
have.
takedown.
Yeah, the Ranger commanders aren't really the problem here, honestly.
Level 9 Rex available.
There's these guys. That's more the issue,
Ranger commander takedown.
to be honest. Here we just... Oh, nearly splattered our own teammate there. No, yeah, there's what is it? Is it 4?
Incoming Covenant
What are they called?
threat.
Yeah, Hunter Elders. They're like pretty difficult, and then there's also the fact that the positions that they're in, it's really hard to get vehicles up there. You can kind of do it with the Mantis a bit. But like things like with the Scorpion, you need to kind of just sit and wait for them to get in the right position. Give me a bloody nightmare. I don't know how that didn't kill him, honestly. There we go, got him there. No, but yeah, this is not the easiest place to be shooting at them. It's probably better in this instance actually to just get a heavy weapon and maybe try and attack them. The reason I destroyed that Scorpion there was just so that I could kind of drive up on top of it. Slash drive past it, because I knew it would despawn eventually. There we go, got one. 1600 points, that is a fuck ton of points for one kill. Because yeah, that was looking elite, that's only 80. Oh, missed. Yeah, and those elites outside were only worth like 800 each, I think, so they're worth like literally double. My tank's in a wee bit of trouble here. Just try to get splash damage off on it even. Getting a lot of bloody plasma grenades. I decided to hop out because I wasn't really wanting to see how much more damage that was willing to take. I nearly got killed there. Nearly got killed. I don't know if I realised at this point that I hadn't died. I might have. And that's probably why I got out of the tank, honestly. Because generally speaking I might have just sat in it. Here I was a wee bit nervous. Definitely remember being nervous here because well, obviously there's a bloody hunter coming after me, like, straight on, and you'll see here, yeah, it takes a wee bit of offence towards me being here. Oh no wait, no, maybe that's another thing. No, yeah, it does. There we go. It's coming at me now.
Hunter Elder takedown.
I was thinking maybe that was another match, but no, it
All rounds
wasn't.
clear,
I
Spartan.
think I got
Simulation
a
complete.
kill on all 4 of them though. Might have only been 3 though. But yeah, 27,040 top of the scoreboard. I'm fairly impressed myself. Anyway guys, that was Escape from Ark, I believe. Thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. Also if you can, tell a friend. I've been Tartan Spartan and I'll see you all next time. Bye.